Hello, CA warriors. How are you all doing? Friends, today we are going to start with a very interesting topic. But, friends, before that, remember the goal of this video is not to go deep into every single concept, but to give you a crisp, exam oriented summary so that you know what is important and how to remember it smartly. This book and video together will act as your perfect self study partner. And I'm super confident, guys, that after this revision, you will be able to solve any MCQ that come your way in the exam. So let's begin this rapid fire revision session. And yes, if you find these notes helpful, don't forget to share them with your friends. Hello, my dear SEA warriors. So, today in this video, we are doing a rapid revision or a fast explanation or a marathon explanation of a topic called theory of cost. The purpose of this video is just to make you comfortable with my notes so that when you refer my notes, you get 100% out of it. And now I have covered in this notes all the important points. 100% topic is covered in a very summarized and in a very comparative and easy language so that you can solve any of the MCQ which come in your exam. Okay, let's boom it. It's a rapid revision now with a very limited explanations. Okay, don't expect detailed explanations and the logical explanations from me. If you want a logical and very practical examples, you can purchase my detailed video lectures now. Take it from the website. Come on, without wasting time, let's start. Now, theory of cost. The first part is introduction. In introduction, you have to remember 5 points. Okay, now first is what is cost. Cost means any payment made to the factors. Means cost means it's an initial expenditure. As you know, we are starting in this topic with a business economics. The Now it's a businessman behavior, supplier behavior, and here the majority part, the main concept is to enjoy maximum profit. Am I correct? Yes. Always, what is the main objective? What is the main objective of the business behavior? Now, to enjoy maximum profit. And you know, cost and profit always have inverse relationship. The cost reduces, profit margin increases. Am I correct? Yes, sir. Now, so we are starting with a topic called cost. Now, what do you mean by cost? Cost is an expenditure incurred by a businessman to conduct some production. Okay, why they are conducting some production? To earn a maximum profits. Am I correct? Yes. So it is an initially you are incurring some businessman incurring some expenditures is called cost. Fine. Now, you know, production can be conducted. Production means, you know, producing goods and services. Now, to conduct a production, we require four factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. Will they going to work for the businessman free of cost? No. So, land says, I'll going to help you in the production. I need rent. The businessman have to pay rent to the land. Now, labor says, even I am ready to work for you to conduct a production. I need salaries and wages. Businessmen have to pay salaries and wages to the labor. Now, capital says even I am ready to work for your business to conduct a production, but I need interest, right? No one will going to work for a free of cost. So when businessmen have to pay to the factors, now for businessmen it's a expenditure, it's called cost. So see the meaning. The first point definition, it is an expenditure incurred with an intention to earn profit. Now, the second meaning is it is paying the price for the factors of production. Paying the prices to the factors of production. Factors means your inputs: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. But these all fours will not going to work free of cost. You have to pay them. Am I correct? And whatever things businessman pay them is a cost for him. Okay. Now, second is a cost is a monetary and financial concept. Yes. Now, guys, you can measure cost only in a monetary terms. Now, cost cannot be understood in non-monetary terms. Okay. Now, for example, I've incurred an expenditure 20,000. So I'm going to say, oh my God, my cost is 20,000 rupees. Oh my God, my cost is 1 lakh rupees. So can I say cost can be measured only and only in monetary? That's why cost is called monetary concept. Now, third, yes. Now, third point in this chapter, we'll analyze the relationship between cost and output. Guys, third point, one liner. Now, guys, in this chapter, we will going to understand only a relationship between two factors, that is cost and output. As you know now, in economics, always we understand the relationship and only between two factors. In this topic, we will going to talk only about cost and output. So, what do you mean by output? Output means finished goods. Now, to produce finished goods, you have incurred some expenditure, which is called cost. Okay, so as the output increases, cost, what will be the relationship of the cost with the output when businessmen conduct some production? So it's a cost and output. Third point. Fourth point, types of cost. Yes, now this is the most important point in any business, irrespective at what level you are doing business, whether you have a small shop ticket in a market or you are like a Reliance kind of businesses. Am I correct? Every business have two types of cost. One is fixed cost, another one is variable cost. Okay, now there is only two types of cost. One is fixed cost, another one is variable cost. Fine. Then what is third is total cost. Total cost is nothing but it is a sum of fixed plus variable. Okay, because always you will going to find profit or loss on behalf of total, right? Yes, but there are actually two costs. Total cost is just a derived concept. It has been a sum of fixed and variable. Okay, so now understand what do you mean by fixed cost. Fixed cost means it is a that cost now which does not vary with the output. Okay, guys, fixed cost never changes with the output. Now for example, rent. Okay, now rent, for example, I have taken any factory on a rent and the rent is 5,000 per month. So irrespective whether I'm conducting production or not, every month I have to pay the rent. So fixed cost does not vary with the output. That means fixed costs have no relationship with the output. Oh, means output keeps on increasing, either decreasing, but fixed cost remains same. That's why it's called fixed. It neither increases nor decreases throughout the production. So when one factor remains constant and output keeps on changing, it's called no relationship. And now you know, now whenever on y-axis I'm taking cost and on x-axis I'm taking output, how the total fixed cost diagram will be. Whenever there is a no relationship between two factors, the curve is always a straight line. So total fixed cost curve is a horizontal straight line. Okay, so this is the MCQ which you have to remember. So whatever output you produce, okay, your cost will remain same. Let's say for example my rent is 5,000. Okay, so this line is 5,000. Output is on x-axis. For example, I'm producing 100 chocolates. Barabar. To produce 100 chocolates, my rent will remain 5,000. If I'm producing 200 chocolates, rent will remain 5,000. Oh, are you getting my point? Yes, sir. Now, but then, sir, how fixed cost depends on what factor? Guys, sometimes they ask you example based questions. So what is the main concept to understand? To there are so many examples of the fixed cost and there are so many examples of expenses. Am I correct? How you will going to find out ki, yes, this cost is a fixed cost and this cost is a variable cost? Yes, so now listen, fixed cost always depends on the time factor. Yes, fixed cost always is on time. It has nothing to do with the production. Whether you conduct the production or you don't conduct the production. Now, time basis, this cost is incurred. For example, rent. 1 month is over, you have to pay the rent. Second month is over, again you have to pay the rent. Third month is over, again you have to pay the rent. So what are the examples of fixed cost? Rent, taxes, government taxes. Taxes have nothing to do with the output. Interest on loan, when if you have taken a loan, you are paying interest is on the basis of period basis, time basis. Yes, depreciation, it is again on monthly basis. Insurance fees, manager salary, monthly basis. These all are the best example of fixed cost. Okay, so the crux, fixed cost is a horizontal straight line. Fixed costs have no relationship with the output. Now, see the comparative way. Then, sir, what is variable cost? Guys, variable cost is that cost which keeps on changing with the output. Oh, yes, that's what's called variable. Now, the variable cost is a cost which varies with the output. If you increase more, if you want to conduct more output, more production, your cost will increase. Now, means variable cost and output have direct relationship. Are you getting it? In every step, I'm comparing only two, cost and output. Yes, variable cost and output have direct relationship. That means if variable cost increases, no, sorry, if output increases, variable cost will also increase. If you reduce the output, variable cost will also reduce. Okay, and when two factors have direct relationship, your cost will going to be upward sloping. On y-axis, I'm taking variable cost, and on x-axis, I'm taking output. So see, my curve is upward sloping, right? It is going upward. But it will not be a straight line. Okay, why? Because cost never increases constantly. It is zigzag. Okay. Now, so this is my variable cost. So see, total fixed cost is a horizontal straight line. Variable cost is a upward sloping curve because variable cost and output have direct relationship. Okay, sir. Now, guys, how we're going to find out again variable cost? Which cost is a variable cost? Now, what is the base to judge that this cost is a variable cost? Guys, there is only one point. Variable cost always depends on output. If you want to produce more output, more variable cost. Sir, how come? Guys, very simple. The best example is raw material. If you want to produce more chocolates, you need more raw material, so your expenditure will increase. If you are producing less chocolates, less raw material you need. Yes sir. Now second point, wages, right? Electricity bill. If you will going to conduct more production for more number of hours, your machine will going to run. Now your electricity bill will going to be high. If you are producing less output, now your machines will going to be run for lesser number of hours, your electricity will be lesser. So any cost which varies with the output is called variable cost. Okay, now for example, wages, raw material, fuel, power, etc. Hope you understood variable cost. So variable cost also you understood. Next is total cost. Friends, total cost is nothing but it is a sum of fixed cost and variable cost. Okay, so it is a vertically sum of fixed cost and variable cost become my total. Now, guys, total cost also have a direct relationship with the output. And when I say there is a direct relationship, obviously total cost curve will also be the upward sloping curve. But one point you have to keep in your mind, total cost never starts from zero. Say this is my neutral point, but total cost is starting somewhere above zero. So but why? Because guys, now total cost is a sum of fixed and variable. Now so but my fixed cost is there, so actually the starting point, for example, my fixed cost is 5,000, so it is a sum of both now, so my total cost will start from 5,000. Okay, and my variable cost starting from zero, right? So when my variable cost is zero, but total cost is fixed cost is 5,000, total will remain 5,000. So total will never going to start from zero. Fine. Yes, sir. So total cost curve is also upward sloping. Hope you understood in the introduction these three types of cost. Yes, take care. Now, keep in your mind the shape of the diagrams. Okay, sir. Now time period. Fifth and the last point, time period. Listen, before starting with your cost curves, you have to understand the time. Now, every theory we're going to learn in two period. Business can be run as per economics. Business can be run in short run, short period, as well as long period. Now, so you have to understand the meaning of short run and long run. What is now short run period and what is long run period? Now, if I'm going to ask you, students will going to might be say, now sir, up to 1 year or less than 1 year is short run and more than 1 year is long run, right? Yes, if you're thinking in that way, you are correct on your part. But guys, this definition is of accounts. As per account, short run means less than 1 year and more than 1 year is long run. But in economics, now economists have never considered time factor to define short run and long run. Oh, is it so? Yes. Now they have not considered time factor. So what do you mean by time factor? Time factor means if you are saying 6 months, 8 months, 2 years, 5 years, it means you are considering time factor. Here there is no time factor. Now, so sir, what is the definition in economics? Yes, economics says now if you're running business, if in your business if you have a fixed cost in your business, if fixed cost is present in your business, at least one cost is fixed. ठीक है, that means you are running your business in a short run. Oh yes, now short run and long run is based on fixed factor. If you have fixed cost in your business, you are running your business in a short run. And if you don't have fixed cost in your business, everything is variable, that means you are running your business in a long run. Oh my god, is it so? Yes, that means in short run two cost prevails. In short run, businessman will going to incur fixed cost also and variable cost also, means both the costs are there in the short run. But in long run there is only and only one cost, variable cost. So see to it. Now how definitions and how presented, how my notes is prepared for you. It is a period in which at least one cost remains fixed. If you have at least one cost is fixed in your business, you are running your business in a short run. In this period both costs prevail, some costs are fixed and some are variable. Yes, some costs will be fixed, some costs will be variable. So you know symbolically what will be your fixed total cost formula? Total cost is equal to TFC plus TFC. Total cost is nothing but sum of both. Because total cost is not an actual cost. So total fixed cost plus total variable cost will going to become total cost in your short run. You have to remember this formula. Okay, long run. Long run means you don't have fixed costs in your business. Means all costs are variable. See guys, variable is always there in the business. Without variable, business is not possible. So whether it's a short run or long run, variable cost will always be there, irrespective whether it's a short run or long run. The question is whether fixed cost is there or not. So what is the basic difference between short run and long run? It is fixed cost. If fixed cost is there, your business is in the short run. If fixed cost is not there, your business in a long run. So in long run, all costs are variable. It is a period in which there is no fixed cost, means all costs are variable. In this period, only variable cost prevails. Am I correct? So symbolically, now your formula will be of total cost will be total cost is equal to total variable cost only, because fixed cost is not there. But sir, how come you can say this? Guys, here what economists want to say is, the conclusion part is, in short run, economist says economist says in short run, now, both costs are there. Total fixed cost is also there, plus total variable cost is also there. Am I correct? But in long run, they want to say there is only variable cost. You know what he actually want to explain? He want to explain, now in short run, the cost which was variable, in long run it is remain variable only. Yes, sir. But they want to say in short run, the cost which was fixed converts into variable. Okay. Yes, economists actually want to say that in long run, the fixed cost converts into variable cost. Oh, so in short run, the cost which was fixed converts into a variable in long run. So fixed cost converts into variable, and variable is variable. Hence everything is variable. Hence there is no fixed cost. Okay. So what is the logic? For logic, you have to purchase my detailed video lectures where I explained you everything in detail. Okay, on the basis of these notes only. Fine. So these are the 5 points. My introduction is over. Hope you understood the introduction. All of you, yes, sir. These 5 points you should remember. Fine. After this, let's start. Guys, from now onwards, now every theory you will going to learn twice. Short run and long run. Are you sure? Yes. Every theory you have to study twice. Short run and long run. Fine. Now, short run and long run, the difference is only fixed cost. With fixed cost and without fixed cost. So now my next topic after introduction is actually total cost. Oh, total cost curves. Now you have to understand the diagrams. Already total cost curves I explained you over here. These are the diagrams, but now we're going to combine all these three diagrams and we're going to come up some relationships. Fine. Now, so see here. Now, total cost curve is my theory, and this theory is divided in two parts. One is short run total cost curve. See, total cost curve is a theory, but in short run and total cost curve you're going to learn in long run. Sir, means short run total cost curve means fixed cost. With fixed cost, you're going to understand the diagram, and without fixed cost, you're going to understand the diagram in the long run. Okay, the difference is only fixed cost. So let's understand. Now, for example, I have copied the above three diagrams: total fixed cost, which is a horizontal straight line, total variable cost, and total cost. And for your better understanding, I have drawn a colorful curves. So black line is TFC, blue line is TVC, and red line is TC. Am I correct? Now, if I merge all the three curves, see, I'll be getting 5 points. You have to remember again these 5 points in the short run. Fine. So 5 points introduction, 5 points short run, total cost curve. Now, if you're going to see my output on y-axis, I'm considering output, and on x-axis, I'm considering, sorry, on y-axis, I'm considering total cost, and on x-axis, I'm considering output. Okay. Now, my output over here is zero. Am I correct? If you're going to see, my variable cost starts from zero. See, numbering is also done. Okay, so I can say that when my output is zero, variable cost is also zero, because variable costs have a direct relationship with the output. If you're not conducting any kind of production, no variable cost will be incurred. Oh, so now 2 points over here. When my output is zero, my variable cost is zero. Point number one. And but total cost will going to be there. For example, 5,000 is my rent. So when output is zero, but my total cost will be there, it is at 5,000. See, this horizontal straight line never starts from zero. Yes. Now that means my total cost will also be 5,000, because total cost is actually sum. So when my output is zero, if my fixed cost is 5,000 and variable cost is zero, but my total cost will be sum of 5,000. So that's why total cost and fixed cost starting point is same. So that's why the theory is, when the output is zero, total cost is always equal to total fixed cost. So 2 points over here. When output is zero, variable cost is always zero. Second point, when output is zero, total cost is equal to total fixed cost. This is a theory. Sometimes they ask you in the calculation. Please take care of it. Okay, and I've written over here 2 points. Now, third point, what you have to understand, guys, there is no logic. You just have to understand the diagram. If you know the shape of the diagram, you will be able to derive each and every MCQ. Now, if you're going to see, my total cost is rising upward and my variable cost is also rising upward. Am I correct? Now, both are parallel to each other. Are you getting? Because variable cost and output also have direct relationship. That means as more and more output is produced, my variable cost is increasing. And total cost and output also have direct relationship. That means as more and more output is produced, my total cost is also increasing, right? You know why total cost is increasing? Because variable cost is increasing. That's why if you're going to see throughout, my total cost and total variable costs are parallel to each other. So this is my point number 3. Now, slope of TC and TVC curve are same at every level of output. That is parallel to each other. You know why? Because total cost is increasing just because of variable cost. Oh, yes, total cost is a sum. So my total will increase just because of variable cost because fixed cost never increases. It remains constant. Okay. Now, one more thing. See, TC is my red curve, right? And blue curve is my total variable cost. So can I say there is a gap between fixed cost and sorry, total variable cost and total cost? Yes. What does this gap indicates? Guys, it is my total fixed cost. Are you sure? Yes. So see now, for example, my fixed cost is 5,000. So this gap is of 5,000 throughout from here, if you're going to judge it. Oh, and you know what? This curve. So listen this. Now, my fixed cost line and x-axis, this gap is also 5,000 because this is my fixed cost. So can I say the gap between TC and TVC is actually the gap is equal to the gap between fixed cost and x-axis? Oh yes. So this is my point number 4. The gap between total cost and total variable cost is actually total fixed cost. So this equation already I explained you in my introduction. In short run and long run, this is the main formula. In short run, your total cost is equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. This is the main equation, but in the exam they keeps on reshuffling it. Out of any three, any two items will be given, third you have to find out. Okay, so if you want to find out TFC, your formula will become TC minus TVC. And if you want to find out total variable cost, your formula will become TC minus TFC. This is my point number 4. Each and every point is written. Now, next is point number 5. Guys. Point number 5, even if you shut down your business temporarily, is your cost, all the costs will become zero? Answer is no. Now, economics says even if you shut down your business temporarily, not permanently, if your business you shut down your temporarily, one cost will be there, that is fixed cost. Are you sure? Yes, it's very practical. For example, I'm running my business in a shop and that shop I have taken on a rent. ठीक है, for 1 month I was fell sick. I was a bedridden. ठीक है, now I was on a bed rest. So my shop was closed, but it was temporarily closed. But landlord will going to charge me rent because fixed cost charged on time basis, not on output basis. Oh, so whether I open the shop or don't open, my cost will going to be there. Am I correct? Yes, sir. So even though you shut down your business, your one cost will be there. That is fixed cost will always there in the business. Yes, variable cost will not be there. That's why see here, when the output is zero, means your business is temporarily not conduct. You're not conducting any kind of business. So variable cost is zero, but fixed cost will be there. Fine, sir. I understood. Now, come to the long run total cost curve. Come to the long run total cost curve. Now, second part, only one point to understand. Why? Guys, long run is always easier than the short run because long run is actually derived from short run. Long run is what? It is a sum of all the short runs. For example, you say long run means 5 years and short run means 1 year. So 5 years cannot be get directly occurred. Am I correct? Sum of one year will become 5 years now. Oh yes. So long run is always easier and it has been derived from the short run. So always in the economics, short run theory will be the most important part. Now, in long run, there is no fixed cost. Am I correct? So see, the diagram will remain exactly same. How the diagram is created, please listen. Now, for example, let's convert from short run to long run. First line is black line, total fixed cost. Will in long run total fixed cost ka horizontal line will going to be there? No, because in long run fixed cost is not possible. Now, next is blue line. Am I correct? See, I'm drawing these lines so that you'll be able to understand. Okay. Now, blue line total variable cost. In long run, variable cost prevails. Answer is yes. In long run, everything is variable. So the variable cost will be in this way only. See, the nature of cost will not going to change. Situation is changing. Right? Yes. The total cost curve, variable cost will be upward sloping. Now, will total cost curve will going to be there in the long run? Yes. But guys, total cost curve will be coincide with the variable cost curve. Means TC and TVC will going to be one and the same. So, but why? Because see, in short run, I explained you why there is a gap between red curve and blue curve because of fixed cost. So the gap between TC and TVC was fixed cost, but in long run there is no fixed cost, so both the curve will going to merge. Okay, that's why you have a single line curve. TC is equal to TVC. So please keep in your mind, in total cost, long run total cost curve, there is only one cost, that is variable cost, and that variable himself is a total. Okay, so in total, in long run, TC and TVC curve is one and the same, as all costs are variable. Hope you understood. Hope you understood. Yes, sir, I understood. Now, short run and total cost, long run. Total cost curve is done. Now come rapidly average cost curve. See, in introduction there was a 5 points to remember. In total cost curve, short run and long run, total there was 6 points to remember. Am I correct? Now my next topic is average cost curve. So, what is average now? Guys, now this total will going to convert into the average. And average cost curve also we're going to learn in two parts: short run average cost curve and long run average cost curve. And you know what? This part is the hard part of this chapter. Yes, majority MCQs will going to come from short run average cost curves, the most important theory of this chapter. Fine. So what do you mean by average? First thing, guys, average means per unit. We're going to understand over here. Average means cost per unit. Cost per unit. Okay, so shorter means it is an average cost per unit. Fine. When I say short run means fixed cost will going to be there. Am I correct? Yes. Sir, but why we are converting total cost into a cost per unit? Because guys, in life, in your practical life, in your personal life, whether in your business life, whether in your study life, always the decisions are taken on average basis. Yes, average basis is a decision making. We always make a decision on averages. Total does not draw any kind of conclusion. Total just keeps on increasing. Okay. Yes. Why average is so important? Now, understand. So we will going to convert all the total costs into an average cost. So in the previous topic, we have studied three costs: total fixed cost, total variable cost, and total cost. Now we will going to convert this total cost into average. Total fixed cost will convert into average fixed cost. Total variable cost will going to convert it into average variable cost. Total cost will going to be converted into average cost. Fine. Now, what will be the formula, sir? Guys, very simple. Now, total should be get converted into average just dividing by quantity. So TFC divided by quantity will going to give you average fixed cost. Average variable cost. AVC is my average variable cost. Total variable cost divided by quantity. And average cost is total cost divided by quantity. Fine. So what do you mean marginal cost? Guys, marginal means something extra. So to conduct an extra production, you have to incur some extra cost. Am I correct? If you're conducting extra production, see the word marginal means what? It's an extra. It is something extra, something additional. So if you want to conduct some extra production, you have to incur some extra cost. That is called marginal cost. And you know what? Marginal cost has been derived from variable cost. So, but how come? Friends, it's very simple. There are only two costs in the business: fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost never changes. Even if you produce extra units, fixed cost remains same. So there is no extra cost of fixed. So which extra cost is incurred? Variable cost and output have direct relationship. So if you want to produce extra output, now extra variable cost will be incurred, and that extra variable cost which you have incurred is called marginal cost. So one line: marginal cost has been derived from variable cost. Hope you understood. What is the formula? Formula will be change in total cost divided by change in quantity. So change means you have to take the difference. Now current stage with the previous stage. Okay, so four more costs we will going to study. In the previous topic we have studied three costs. Now we're going to study this four costs. Guys, by calculations, I have considered some figures. Now my output is increasing. Total fixed cost is equal because total fixed cost and output have no relationship. My variable cost is increasing. My output is increasing, variable cost is increasing because output and total variable cost have direct relationship. I already explained you. This is my total cost curves, right? And total cost is nothing but it's a sum of TFC plus TVC. Am I correct? So how this table has been derived, this is not a matter for me right now. Now you can refer that. My matter is in shortened average cost curve, there are total 7 points you have to consider. Okay, now very precisely one by one, I'm going to discuss this. Okay, not in detail, but in a limited explanations. Please come over here. I'm going to explain you this diagram. Okay, how this diagram has been derived. But before that, first come to the formula because my first point is formula. In the exam, they will going to ask you formula based MCQs. Calculations will going to come up. Okay, so please listen. I've written all the possible formulas in a one line. Now, TFC, total fixed cost, total variable cost, total cost. From total, we're going to derive average fixed cost, average variable cost, average total cost, and marginal cost. Am I correct? Now, for example, now let's do vice versa. If they ask you, if in the exam they will going to ask you average fixed cost, total fixed cost will be given. So from total fixed cost, your average fixed cost will be TFC divided by quantity. Okay, if they ask you in the exam average variable cost, so in the exam TVC will be given to you. So your formula will be from total to average, total variable cost divided by quantity. So from total you are converting into the average. Now if in the exam they ask you average total cost or AC average cost, now total cost will be given to you. So from total cost you can find out average cost just by total cost divided by quantity. Okay, now, so from total, you have converted into the averages. Now, vice versa. Sometime in the exam, average will be given and they will going to tell you to find out total. Oh, yes. If AFC given and they tell you to find out TFC, so you have to do multiply by quantity. Of course, it's a basic mathematics. But from total to average, divide by quantity, and from average to total, multiply by quantity. If they ask you TVC, AVC will be given. From AVC, you can find TVC now by multiply by quantity. AVC into quantity. Now, if they ask you total cost, average cost will be given. So AC into quantity will going to give you total cost. Fine. So this was the first variety where from total you were finding the averages and from averages you are finding the total. Now, sometime in the question you have to find out total cost from total only. So this three combinations. Already I explained you my total cost curve, but listen over here. Now, if in the exam TC and TVC is given, can you find out TFC? Yes, your cost will be TC minus TVC. Oh, if they ask you total variable cost, TFC and TC will be given. So your formula will be TC minus TFC. Okay, and if TFC and TVC will be given, your formula will be TFC plus TVC. You will going to get TC. Similarly, from average, you have to find out the averages. So if in the exam they will going to tell you to find out AFC, they will going to give you AC and AVC. So AC minus AVC will be your AFC. Similarly, if they tell you to find out AVC, they will going to give you average fixed cost and average cost. So AC minus AFC will be AVC. All small points I have mentioned in my notes. What is ATC? It is a sum. Average fixed cost plus average variable cost will also become average cost. Okay. Now come to the marginal cost. Very important. Marginal cost have three formulas. Okay. Now first formula is change in total cost divided by change in quantity. You will going to get marginal cost. Second formula, if they don't give you total cost, you can consider total variable cost also. So change in total variable cost divided by change in quantity will also be the answer will going to be same because marginal cost has been derived from variable only. And the third formula is TCN minus TCN minus 1. Now this is a theoretical formula. It cannot be used in the calculation. But in the MCQs they can ask you. Okay, TCN means current stage and minus 1 means previous stage and you have to take the difference of both. That is called change. Fine. So this is the formulas which you have to solve in the MCQs in the calculations which has been given in your module. Calculative MCQs are there in your module. I'm not discussing that because my purpose is to rapidly revise you. If you want a detailed explanations, detailed solvings, okay, you have to purchase my detailed video lectures guys with these notes. Oh, yes. Now, hope you understood the formula. Yes, now come to the diagram. From this diagram, balance 6 points I will going to derive. Yes, no logics required, only shape of the diagram matters. Fine, fine, fine. So now listen, this diagram has been derived from this table. This AFC, AVC, AC and AMC. But I'm not now going into the figures. I'll just directly get into the shapes. Okay, now listen, listen, listen. First, average fixed cost. On y-axis, I've taken average costs, and on x-axis, I've taken outputs. Okay, on y-axis, average cost, and on x-axis, I've considered output. Fine. Now listen, 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 listen. Average cost and output. Average cost and output. Fine. Understand. Now, please listen. Please listen. Please listen. First, average fixed cost. Okay. Understand one by one. Average fixed cost. Chalo, I'm going to keep on drawing over here so that you should understand, because over there all the diagrams are there one by one. Average cost and output. Now, economist says when more and more chocolates are produced, more and more finished goods are produced, more and more output is produced, your average fixed cost keeps on declining. AFC reduces. Oh, sure. Yes, your average fixed cost will keeps on reducing. But now, as more and more, it means average fixed cost and output have inverse relationship. But average fixed cost will never become zero, never touch to x-axis. This is my first, second point of MCQ. Fine. Now, so where it is, see to it. Now, except AFC, sorry, first come to the third point. Average fixed cost curve. As more and more output is produced, AFC continuously falls. That is downward sloping. So can I say my AFC's curve is downward sloping curve? Yes, already I've written over here point number 3. Okay. AFC curve is my downward sloping curve. Now AFC is convex to origin. Yes, and AFC is also called rectangular hyperbola. But sir, if I continues to produce more and more output, my FC continuously will going to fall. Yes, but one fact, AFC will never become zero. That means AFC will never touch to x-axis. So I've written in point number 3, downward sloping curve, but it will never become zero, hence never touch to x-axis. Whatever underlined red statements are there is your important MCQs. Fine, sir. AFC curve. We understood point number 3. Fine. Now variable cost. Now, total variable cost divided by quantity gives me average variable cost. Economists want to say initially when you increase the output, your average variable cost decreases and it reaches to the minimum point and become constant for some time, and after that it keeps on increasing. So average variable cost is actually in U shape. Now why it is do so? It is due to this table and some practical examples, but right now my purpose is not to give you any practical explanations, just important MCQs as a rapid revision. Okay, now so that you can take the best advantage of this notes. Fine. Average variable cost. Average variable cost. Are you getting my point? Yes, sir. AVC will be in my U shape. Now, next is average total cost. From total cost, I have derived average total cost. Average total cost is nothing but it's a sum of AFC and AVC, but it will also be in U shape. So initially, now the main concept is ATC. Huh? Economists want to say initially when more output is produced, now businessmen enjoy a downward sloping cost, means the businessman's cost was reducing. That means his profit margin was increasing, because when cost reduces, total cost reduces, profit increases. But after a certain point of time, my cost reached to the minimum point, average total cost reached to the minimum point, and then further it started increasing. Average total cost. Oh yes, initially as the output was increasing, my average total cost reduced, going down, reach to the minimum point and become constant for certain period. And after beyond that, when more additional outputs are produced, my total cost started increasing. Now why it is reducing and why it is increasing, I'll going to give you the logics and the reasoning in my next topic. Okay, first just understand the diagram, shape of the diagrams. Even though you don't know the logics, if you remember the shape of the diagram, you will be able to solve each and every MCQ. But I'm going to explain you the logic in my next topic. So this is my average total cost. Then another one is marginal cost. Hey guys, marginal cost has been derived from variable cost, right? So how is my variable cost? Blue curve is my average variable cost. It is in U shape. So my marginal cost will also be in U shape because marginal cost depends only on variable cost. But there are three relationships you always have to keep in your mind. Please listen. You know what economics says? When my marginal average variable cost falls, my marginal cost at a starting point, both are equal. So the starting point of my marginal cost and average variable cost is same. Okay, and further when more output is produced, my average variable cost reduces. And when my average variable cost reduces, my marginal cost also reduces, but marginal cost remains below the average cost, average variable cost. Oh, is it so? Yes. So the conclusion is when both ABC and MC falls, MC is lesser. Marginal cost curve is lesser. Okay, but average variable costs fall up to a certain point and become minimum. This is my minimum point. It becomes minimum and remain constant. Okay, fine. Economics says the moment average variable cost reach to the minimum point and become constant, a marginal cost increases and it becomes equal. Oh, and in graph equal means point of intersection. That means marginal cost become equal to average variable cost when average variable cost is minimum. Fine, fine. And further, as more and more output is produced, my average variable cost start increasing. Marginal costs so already have started increasing. Marginal cost will become greater than average variable cost. See, earlier my green curve was below my blue curve. Now my green curve is above my blue curve, and it will remain so. It will keeps on increasing as output will increase, and marginal cost will also cut to the average total cost at minimum point, and it will go above to the average total cost. Oh, so this is how the diagram has been created. See, marginal cost cuts ATC at minimum point and variable cost also at minimum point. Oh, hope you got it. Yes. Now from the diagram, can you tell me which cost? I have drawn four curves. Am I correct? There are four curves in this diagram. Marginal cost, ATC, AVC, and AFC. Am I correct? Yes, sir. Now. Which curve is not in U shape? Which curve is not in U shape? Now you just keeps me giving the answers. Now my theory will going to be get ready automatically. Yes, all the theories has been derived from my this diagram. Come on. Which curve is not in U shape? Guys, AFC is not in U shape. Except AFC, all curves are in U shape. No, now my point number two. Except AFC, all cost curves are in U shape. U shape means initially all the costs were falling and then it is rising. Sir, except AFC, all costs are in U shape means ATC, AVC, and marginal cost curve. So second point also you understood? Yes, sir. Relationship between average variable cost and marginal cost. Now, guys, from the diagram, there are three relationship between AVC and MC. AVC and MC means what, sir? Now, guys, blue curve and green curve. Okay, so there were three answers, three relationship. When MC and AVC both are falling, see to it over here. Acha, come over here. See, both are falling. My 4A point. Both are falling. Now, which curve is lower marginal cost? So your conclusion is when both AVC and MC curve falls, MC is less than AVC. Oh, next. When AVC and MC both are rising, see 4B point. Both are rising. Are you getting my point? Which curve is at our upper part? Marginal cost curve. So marginal cost will be greater. When both AVC and MC rises, MC is greater than AVC. Fine. But. Third, fourth C point. When AVC is minimum, MC becomes equal. That means MC cuts AVC at minimum point from above or below, from below, right from the diagram. So when AVC is minimum, MC is equal to AVC. That is MC cuts AVC at a minimum point from below. Boom. Hope you understood. These three relationships are the most important topic of my theory. I'm making it star mark. ठीक है? Now, from the diagram, it has been derived. Now, next fifth point, relationship between average total cost and marginal cost. Similarly, like you have compared MC and AVC, blue curve and purple curve, you also have to do the comparison between red curve and the purple curve. Okay, and you know what? No need to remember, no need to study it separately. MC and ATC have same relationship what MC and AVC have. So how come? Listen. Now I'm comparing both the things again. Now the first relationship. First understand AVC and MC. Again I'm repeating. Now theory states that when AVC and MC both falls, MC is lesser. Similarly, when ATC and MC falls, MC is lesser. See here, my ATC is falling over here, MC is also falling over here. But MC is so much gap is there. So can I say MC is lesser? Same rule. Okay. Now second point. Please listen. Understand. Now over here, when my ATC AVC is rising, my marginal cost is also rising. But MC is greater. MC is above AVC. Am I correct? MC curve, AVC curve is below. Same logic applies to the ATC. When ATC is rising, MC is also rising. MC is greater than ATC. Oh, yes, yeah. Yes, so same relationship. Okay. Similarly, third relationship, as I explained you, when my AVC was minimum, see here, 4C point, MC was cutting. That means MC and AVC was equal. Means AVC, MC cuts AVC at minimum point from below. Similarly, MC cuts ATC at minimum point from below. Means here also ATC is equal to marginal cost, because in graph when two things intersect they become equal. Oh, hope you understood. So see point number 5, I've already written same as point number 4. Fine. Then now sixth point. Guys. Sixth point is again after fourth point. The next important point for me is sixth point in this theory. Are you sure? Yes. I am explaining you the short and average cost curve only for these two topics. Relationship between AVC and MC and optimum point. So what is this optimum point? Yes. Come again to the diagram. Now, I want to ask you one question. Please listen. Now, can I say the main objective of the businessman is to enjoy maximum possible profit? Yes. Are you getting my point? Yes, sir. Now, can you tell me? Now, just analyze the red curve, huh? Just see the red curve. Can you tell me where is the cost? Which at what point my cost will be minimum? Because every businessman want their cost should be get reduced. Minimum cost businessman will going to enjoy maximum profit. Am I correct? Yes, sir. So where the minimum cost is, at which point businessmen enjoy maximum profit? So it is that point where the minimum my total cost will be minimum, average total cost will be minimum. So friends, it is here. If you're going to see the curve, see initially it is falling but does not become minimum, and later on it is rising. Am I correct? So can I say this is the only point, a black dot point, where my cost is minimum? So can I say this is the point, this is the output where my businessmen enjoy maximum profit? Yes. Hence this point is called optimum point. Optimum point means businessman is enjoying a maximum optimum utilization of their resources. Oh, yes. Now he should stop production over here. Businessman is producing their output at a full capacity. He have utilized his all the resources, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, fullest to the optimum level. Okay, if he have to he have to stop production over here because full capacity has been used. Beyond there is no capacity left. Now, further, if we're going to conduct the production, now cost will not reduce, it will start increasing. That's why ATC is in U shape. Further, I'm going to discuss this later. But can I say minimum cost, maximum profit? Now, if in the exam they will going to ask you where ATC is minimum. So how we're going to represent it? So friends, the theory is ATC is minimum where MC cuts ATC. Oh, so can I say now a seller enjoy optimum capacity where MC is equal to ATC? Where MC is equal to ATC? Yes, sir. Where MC is equal to ATC. Now, to see it, optimum point, efficient scale, minimum cost or full capacity. If any of this word comes, it is called MC is equal to ATC. It is a point where average total cost remains minimum and seller enjoy maximum profit. Oh, sir, before this point, is there maximum profit? No, because my cost is high. And beyond this point, again, my cost is increasing. So maximum profit will not be possible. Okay. So optimum point, you have to remember this formula. Now, MC is equal to ATC, means where MC cuts ATC from below is my optimum point. Yes, sir, we understood. Now the seventh and the last point. Seventh and the last point. What is the meaning of marginal cost? I already explained you. Marginal cost means it is an additional cost increased. Marginal cost means it is an additional cost incurred to produce extra output. So see, marginal cost is an addition made to the total cost. It's an extra cost by the production of additional outputs. Oh, now margin cost has been derived from which cost? Variable cost. So margin cost is due to changes in the variable cost. That's why my formula is also change in total variable cost divided by change in quantity. Okay, but margin cost does not depend on fixed cost. Okay, margin cost is independent of fixed cost. Fixed costs have nothing to do with the marginal cost. Okay, so this 7 points. Now my short run average cost curve is over. Hope you understood. Yes, sir. Now come to the one point, why ATC is in U shape. Yes, now this is most fundamental explanation I'll go to give you. Friends, the crux of this chapter, the reference will, this logic reference will going to use in further chapters also. Now here the question comes, why ATC is in U shape. That means why initially when production was conducted, now why economists have made a U-shaped curve, means why when output is increasing, initially my cost was decreasing. And you know, every seller is happy when the cost reduces. Am I correct? Lekin up to a certain point only. Why beyond that my cost is started increasing? Now, why ATC is in U shape? Why initially my cost falls? Why later on it is rising? Friends, economists want to say over here. Now, I'm not explaining you in so much in detail. There is a lot of practical example, and you know what? It's very practical theory, very practical reasoning. If you want a practical explanations, you have to purchase my detailed video lectures. Here, are just important MCQs. Economists want to say initially when you conduct your production, your resources are underutilized. So what in my resources? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. All these four cost will become my total cost. Am I correct? Yes. So initially when you were producing quantity one, my resources are underutilized. Okay, and because the resources are underutilized, your cost is very high. But the more and more you conduct the production, your cost reduces because you are reaching to the optimum level. Friends, the conclusion of this theory is economists want to say always you businessmen should utilize that all the resources at the optimum level. At optimum level, the cost will be minimum. Okay, means neither the resources should be underutilized nor the resources should be overutilized. At underutilization also your cost will be high, so you'll not be able to enjoy maximum profit. Your resources are underutilized. Now, and if you are overutilizing it, overutilization means you are over exploiting it to the same resources, again your cost will increase and your profit will get reduced. So underutilization is also a disadvantage to the business. Overutilization is also a disadvantage to the business. Okay, then sir, where to conduct a production? At the optimum utilization. Optimum utilization means your cost will be minimum, you will going to enjoy maximum profit. See over here, and optimum point is a point where MC cuts ATC. That is ATC is equal to MC. That means you are using your full capacity, full efficiency of your land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, all the factors. Oh, now, so what? Now, understand what I've written over here. Initially, when you conduct the production, your cost is high because your resources are underutilized. But when you increase more and more production, you're shifting from quantity 1 to quantity 2. For example, 100 chocolates, my machine capacity is to produce 200 chocolates. Okay, so 200 chocolates will be the optimum level. So if I'm producing 100 chocolates, my cost will be high. But when I'm producing more and more output, my cost continuously reducing because I'm moving towards optimum. Oh, see, I'm moving towards optimum. And the moment you're going to reach to the 200 chocolates ka production, your cost will reach to the minimum. At this point, you are enjoying maximum profit and you are using your full efficiency. So now economics says at this point, you should stop your production. Businessman should stop the production. But if businessman does not stop the production over here, now that means if you're going to produce beyond quantity 2, Q2, Q3, that means 300 chocolates. Now you are over exploiting your resources. That resources will going to give you disbenefits. Your cost will start increasing. So neither underutilization is good nor overutilization is good. Always optimum. Okay, so see here I've written initially when the production starts. See, I've written point number one, point number two, and point number three. Point number one, two, and three. Now, numberings are also given so that it becomes my notes become self-explanatory for you all. Initially, when the production starts, cost remains high. Why? Because of underutilization. Okay, as the output increases, cost reduces. Why? Because I'm moving towards optimum. I didn't reach to the optimum. My cost is reducing. That means I'm reaching towards the optimum. Optimum point is a point where reach to the minimum and it become constant. There is no scope to fall and rise. Okay. Now, second point. The average cost is minimum when all the resources are optimally utilized. All the resources are optimally utilized. Okay. And if I go beyond optimum, now I'll be facing overutilization. Okay, that's why my ATC is in U shape. So neither underutilization is good nor overutilization is good. Hope you understood. Yes, sir. Now my short run cost curves are over. Let's get into the last topic. I feel so second last topic. Now, last topic, long run average cost curve. Friends, long run average cost curve has been derived from the short run only. Okay, now just 6 points again to remember in long run. 6 points, yes. I'm going to explain you how this cost has been derived. Long run average cost curve is also called planning curve, is also called envelope curve, and is also called boat curve. Now, listen, short run is called plant curve. Long run is called planning curve and envelope curve. So how this cost has been derived? Guys, this curves has been derived from short run only. Long run is always derived from a short run. So how come? Please see to it. On y-axis, I'm taking average cost curve. On x-axis, I'm taking output. Okay. Now, short run and long run is always same. The difference is only fixed cost. In short run, there is a fixed cost. In long run, there is no fixed cost. So my shape of the curves will remain same. See how I'm deriving the long run cost curves, and just I'll going to give you the explanation of 5 points. Okay. Now listen, let's compare it. First cost is average fixed cost. You tell me in long run will fixed cost there? No, fixed costs are not there. So this black line downward sloping will not be there. Okay, sir. Now, average variable cost. Will average variable cost will be there in the long run? Yes, because in long run all the costs are variable. So this is your average variable cost. Now, oh, same curve. Yes, shapes are same. Now, I'll going to just write LAVC. LAVC means long run average variable cost curve. Okay. Now, second. Average total cost curve. Will ATC will going to be there in the long run? Yes, because ATC is a sum. So ATC will be there. But guys. You know what? ATC will coincide with AC. Means blue curve and red curve will merge with each other. LAC and ATC will be equal. So, but why? Yes. Now listen, one more important point which I didn't discuss with you in the short run. Now here I'm discussing. Now, can you tell me what is the gap? The gap between blue and red curve is what? It's fixed cost, but it's an average total cost and average real cost. So the gap between ATC and AVC is actually AFC. Oh, so this gap and this gap. Now, are you getting my? This gap and this gap is actually same. And you know what? If you're going to see one more thing, on the left hand side, the gap between red curve and blue curve is more, and the right hand side it is lesser. Yes, here also the gap between ATC and AVC is actually AFC. Why this on the left hand side the gap is more and why on the right hand side the gap is less? Because guys, AFC is continuously falling, so the gap is reducing. So on the left hand side the gap is greater because my average fixed cost is also greater. This cost and this cost is equal. Okay. So as more and more my AFC is downward sloping, the gap is reducing. But in long run, there is no gap only. So both the curves are going to get merged. Now we understood, sir. Next, fourth curve. Marginal cost will go to be there? Yes, because marginal cost has been derived from variable cost. Am I correct? Now, so it will be same. It will first go down, cuts at a minimum point, and then go above. It's my LMC. Okay, so this is my long run cost curve. It has been derived from short run only. Finally, yes, and the logics are same, huh? Reasons are also same because guys, nature of curve does not change. Situation is changing. Only with fixed cost, short run, without fixed cost, long run. But here what economists want to say is Guys, long run is nothing but it's a sum of short runs. So diagrams will be this only, but long run cannot be directly get created. It is a sum. So here there'll be a lots of short run cost curves are there. Oh, so actually long run is nothing but it's a sum of short runs. Fine. And 2 points. Guys. When short run cost curves are there, and you know what? But all the short run cost curves is tangent to LAVC because long run is nothing but it's a sum of all the short runs. So all the short run cost curves will be touching to the long run cost curve. Hence, this is called planning curve as well as it is also called envelope curve. Sir, what do you mean by envelope? Envelope means collection, and long run cost curve is a collection of all the short run cost curves. Yes, and one more thing, you know what? This is called underutilization. This is called overutilization. I explained you why it is in U shape, but this is what optimum. So one more thing you have to understand over here. When LAVC curve is falling, so it is tangent to the falling part of SAVCs. Means these all machineries. I consider these as a plant and machinery. These are sloping downward, so it is tangent to the falling part of the machines. Okay, and when LAVC is rising, it is tangent to the rising part of the SAVC curves. Means these SAVC curves are indicating overutilization, and these three SAVC curves are indicating underutilization. And this middle curve, SAVC curve, is tangent at a minimum point. Means this machinery indicates optimum. Means this is the diagram which indicates my some plant and machineries are underutilized, some plant and machineries are overutilized, and some plant and machineries are optimally utilized. So this is the diagram how it is created. Oh, finally, hope you understood. Yes. So now listen the theory. LAVC curve is also called planning curve. Am I correct? Why? Because in this, businessman can plan a small production can be conducted from small machineries and large production can be done from large machineries. So that all the machinery should be efficiently utilized. If you're going to conduct large quantity with small machines, so overutilization will take place. Again, your cost will rise. And if you're conducting small production with the big machines, underutilization will take place. Again, your cost will be high. So all the machines should be efficiently utilized. So you know what? Long run cost curve is more flexible than short run. In short run, you cannot change your plant and machinery. It is a fixed cost. That's why short run is called plant curve. Long run is called planning. Planning can be done only in long runs. Okay. Now, LAVC curve is also called envelope curve because it is a collection of all the short run cost curves. I also made short run cost curves. Right. LAVC curve is tangent to all the short run cost curves. Yes, my all LAVC curves are tangent to all the short run cost curves. Are you getting my point? Yes, sir. Now, but, are all the SAVC curves are under optimally utilized? No. Now, guys, what they want to say when LAVC curve is falling, it is tangent to the falling part, not at the optimum. See, SAVC curve का optimum. Optimum means minimum point is over here. So falling part पे tangent है. It is tangent to the falling part. And LAVC, SAVC 3, when it is rising, it is tangent to the rising part, not over here. See, this is my optimum. So SAVC 3 is overutilized and SAVC 2 is tangent at an optimum point. So SAVC 2 is optimally utilized. So some machines are underutilized, some machines are overutilized. So here theories has been when LAVC curve is declining, is tangent to the falling portion of SAVC curves. When LAVC curve is rising, it is tangent to the rising part of SAVC curves. When LAVC curve is minimum, it is tangent to the minimum point of short run cost curves. Hope you understood. Yes, sir. So 3 points are over. So what is the conclusion of this theory? So this is a traditional analysis. Now, so the your LAVC curve is also a U shape. Am I correct? So your LAVC curve is a flattened U shape because in this above diagram, some plants are underutilized, overutilized, and some are using at a full capacity. Hope you understood, guys. Yes, sir. But now understand this theory was made by economists long back in 80s when the whole world was very slow, where the technological advancement and innovation used to take place once in a 10 years, 12 years. Yes, nowadays world is running very speedier. In every 6 months there is a technological advancement, right? So this theory is based on one impractical assumption, that is state of technology remains constant. Now what they want to say is this theory is based on some unrealistic assumption that is state of technology should remain constant. So what do you mean by this? Yes, listen. I'll explain you this. Now, guys, they want to say that whatever machineries you are using, technology, to conduct a more production, all the machines are of same level, same technology. No machines are more efficient, no machines are less efficient. All are at equal. Means understand in this way. For example, 2 years back, you have purchased iPhone 12. Okay, after 2 years, you are purchasing again iPhone. So you are purchasing only iPhone 12 only. Means 2 years back phone and today's phone. There is no technological advancement have taken place in the country. All the machines are having of same technology. Now this is impractical assumption because in every 6 months my technology is changing, and obviously a rational behavior of the businessman like you also, if 2 years back you have purchased iPhone 12, so today you're going to purchase iPhone 16. Means whenever you're going to purchase a new machinery which will be latest and advanced machinery than the previous one, but they say no, even though you're purchasing machinery after 3 years, you are purchasing the same technology. It is not possible. But guys, you know what? That's why it's called traditional theory. That's why it is called traditional theory. Fine, because this theory has been made at in that era when technological advancement was very rare. In 10 years, 15 years, one innovation used to be come up. So at that time, slow. World was very slow. Oh, but now today, in today's fast moving world, this theory has become impractical. So modern economists have criticized this theory now. Not criticized exactly, but they have said that now this long run cost curve is not practically possible in today's competitive world where each and every minute innovation is going on. And businessmen cannot afford to overutilize their resources. बराबर now. So w- see, then modern economists have given you a new theory that is more as per see, when you criticize any theory na ki this theory is wrong, that means then you have to say then what is right. So modern economists said now as per modern economics, the LAVC curve is not in U shape, it is in L shape. Friend, it is nothing, it has been derived from that only. What they did, they have just considered the first part from underutilization to optimum utilization. They have not increased this because no businessman will going to overutilize their resources and increase their cost. Who want to incur the losses? Yes. And they said that now the machine which they are purchasing, the second machine will be the latest than the previous one. Okay, which is practical. And third difference is in this diagram, SAVC1 was underutilized. See, it is tangent to the falling part, not at the optimum level. Now, some machines are overutilized. Am I correct? Here, businessman says, now, businessman cannot afford to conduct underutilizations also because the cost will high. He will never be able to enjoy the profit, and neither overutilization. He will going to use all his resources at an optimum. So, what is the difference between the previous one and here? The LAVC curve is in L shape, and all machines, these are small U shapes, are tangent at optimum level. See to it at a minimum. That means it indicates all the assets are optimally utilized. Oh, so as per modern analysis, LAVC curve is in L shape, traditional analysis U shape. But you know what? This is the main theory because mother theory is traditional. It has been derived. Modern economics has derived from the previous one only. Yes. So all SAVC curve is tangent at an optimum point and state of technology develops continuously. By this, long run cost curve is also over. Finally, right? Now, types of cost is the next topic. Friends, type of cost. Boom. Guys. Hope analysis part is over. Now, types of cost. This types of cost has been given in your chapter first page of your cost, but I'm taking in the last page. Now, there are varieties of costs, right? I'm discussing in this video only four types of cost because this is a shorter video and I'm considering only important cost, which is exam point of view important. Now, rest I'm not expecting in the exam, but in my detailed video lectures, I have explained all the detailed cost curves. Okay, so now there are four types of costs you have to keep in mind: explicit cost, implicit cost, opportunity cost and economic cost. So what is explicit cost? Explicit cost means it's my actual cost. Okay, it is my actual expenditure where real cash flow goes out. I have to make payment in a monetary terms. Okay, this is my actual expenditure. Okay, it means actual expenditure, it is paid to the outsiders. Okay, non-owners. When you make payment like salary to the laborers, rent to the landlords, interest to the lenders on the loan, now these are my actual expenditures, it's called explicit. Now it is also called accounting cost. Why? Because these are my actual expenses which I record in the books of accounts. So expenditures which are recorded in the books of accounts is called accounting cost. Okay. Now outlay cost is the another name of explicit. But sir, why the name is derived explicit? Actual cost we are understanding in better manner. Guys, the word X means outsiders. Oh, the common word export. You are using the word export. Export has been derived from the word X. X means outside India. Export means you're selling goods outside India. That's called X. Okay. Now, the opposite of explicit cost is implicit cost. Now, guys, this is an assumed cost. It's not an actual cost. It is an assumed cost. So, how come it is an assumed cost? Now, listen. Implicit cost means, implicit cost means, now, it is an cost, it is an expenditure paid to the owners. Oh, yes, like interest on capital, salary to partner, interest on capital paid to partner. Who is paying to whom? Business is paying to their own owners. In the word im has been derived from insiders. Import means inside. X means outsiders. Im means insiders. Now means here businessman. Your business is paying to their own owners, to the insiders. Owners are the insiders. Now, on their own resources means owners are withdrawing money in the form of interest on capital. They are paying to himself from their own businesses. Salary to partner. Partner is withdrawing from his own business salary. So anything paid to the outsiders is an explicit cost, which is my actual cost. Anything paid to the owner is an assumed to be a cost because they are charging on their own resources. So it is a payment made to the owners of his own factors employed in his own business. Salary paid on his own services. Partners are working as a labor, that's why they are drawing salary also. Now rent paid to him are rent paid by partners on their own assets. Interest on capital, on their own capital they are charging interest also. Okay, is it an actual cost? No, that's why it's called implicit cost, assumed to be an cost. Okay, fine, sir, we understood. But. Now listen. It is also called non-accounting. Why? Because guys, it is an assumed cost. These transactions never recorded in books of accounts. Now you're going to say, sir, we are recording it. Now, let's me explain. Guys, the interest on capital, the salary to partner, whatever you are paying, you don't consider it as a cost. It is just a distribution of profit. Now, in the CA Foundation, if you have studied partnership funnel accounts, you are making trading account and P&L account. Whatever things you are writing on the trading account debit side and P&L account debit side is my explicit cost, accounting cost. But you are making one more account, P&L appropriation account. In that debit side, you are writing salary paid to partner, interest on capital paid to partner. That means you are not considering it as a cost. You are just distributing the net profit. Because from trading, you get GP you transfer to P&L. Now you get NP, and from NP you transfer to P&L appropriation, and then you distribute in the form of salary. Oh, so it is just a distribution of profit. It is not a cost. Fine. That's why it's called implicit cost, assumed to be a cost. Fine. Then third is opportunity cost. Oh, opportunity cost is again an assumption. Now, because of opportunity cost, implicit cost has been derived. Opportunity cost means it is a cost of that opportunity which you forego. Sir, means what? Yes. Now listen. I can give you only one example. Listen. For example, you have 1 lakh rupees with you. You have 1 lakh rupees with you. Okay, this is the resources. Now you have two options. Economist says always you'll be having two opportunity, but you cannot grab both the opportunities together. You can grab only one opportunity. Second opportunity you have to sacrifice. Now let's take an example. For example, you have money. Now you have two opportunities. This 1 lakh you can go to the bank and put it in the FD and enjoy 10% interest without any risk, 10,000 rupees per annum. Okay, this is the first option you have to use your 1 lakh rupees. Second option you have, you can start your business, you can invest this 1 lakh as a capital, do the business and enjoy the net profit. Now, you have these two opportunity. If you're going to do the FD, you cannot do your business. You have to sacrifice the business opportunity. If you're starting your business, you have to sacrifice your fixed deposit interest opportunity. Okay, but sir, why I cannot do both? Because of scarcity of resources. If I want to do both, I need 2 lakh rupees, but that I don't have. So economics says opportunity costs always arise due to scarcity of resources. Always in your life, you'll be having 2 opportunities, but you cannot grab both. You want to, but you will not be able to. You have to grab on any one opportunity, second will be automatically get sacrificed. Now, so what is opportunity cost? The opportunity which you forego, which you give up, which you leave, which you miss out is called opportunity cost for you. Oh, so see the definition. Opportunity cost is a cost of that opportunity which you forego, which you left, which you give up. The opportunity which you grab is not become opportunity cost, huh? That becomes your actual profit. Hmm. Now, there is one more definition to the opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is always a cost of second best alternative. Next best alternative. Why? Because first, there are two alternatives. First best, I'm grabbing it. I always going to sacrifice which is the second best, na? Oh, yes. An opportunity cost is always arise due to scarcity of resources. So hope you understood the opportunity cost. Yes. Guys, now why I said opportunity cost is not actual cost, it is assumed. Okay. Now, from opportunity cost, implicit cost has been derived. Sir, how come you can say? Now, listen. Friends, why partners in from partnership firm take interest? They himself are the owners only, na? Yes, in the last, whatever net profit is there, it is there only. Why they want interest? Because now what partner says, to start a business, we invested 20 lakh rupees. Now, if I would not have started the business, I would have kept the FD in my bank. I would have earned 10% interest, 2 lakh rupees. So to start a business, I have missed the opportunity of that 2 lakh rupees. So they withdraw 2 lakh rupees interest on capital and give it to themselves. Oh, yes. Now, why businessman partner takes salary? Because to start a business, now they have sacrificed their jobs. Okay, so what businessmen think? If I have sacrificed my job to start my venture, so that I have left the package of 20 lakh, so at least from my business I should withdraw more than 20 lakh. Then only I will be getting my risk reward. So first they withdraw 20 lakh salary, and then whatever profit is left, that is their profit from the business. Okay. Last point is economic cost. Sir, now what is economic cost? Friends, economic cost means sum of all the three. Means economic cost is a broader concept than explicit, than implicit and opportunity, because it is a sum of explicit cost, implicit cost and opportunity cost. So the formula of economic cost is explicit plus implicit plus opportunity cost. If you add all the three costs, it becomes economic cost. Now, this cost have nothing to do with the books of accounts. Okay, it is irrelevant. But in practical life, always, whenever you take the decisions, you always consider time factors, various other factor which is non-monetary, which is called opportunity cost. So economic cost is always useful for the businessman to make a good decisions. Fine. So now in the exam, sometime they're going to ask you what will be the difference between explicit cost and economic cost? Yes, explicit cost is my actual cost. This is the real cost. And economic cost is something broader than explicit, because economic cost includes explicit. In addition to that, explicit, opportunity and fixed also. So comparatively, explicit cost will always be lesser, obviously. Economic cost will always be greater because explicit is a part of economic cost, right? So when I'm going to find out the profits, because the main objective for the businessman is to enjoy the profit. So profit ka formula is, the formula of the profit is sale price minus cost price. So there are two types of profit. Accounting profit means actual profit, and economic profit. So if you want to find out accounting profit, then from sale price you should reduce only explicit cost, actual cost. Because actual cost, if you're going to reduce from your sale price, then you're going to get actual profit. But if in the exam they ask you find out the economic profit, so then from sale price you have to reduce economic cost. Total revenue means sales minus economic cost. Economic cost means you have to reduce explicit plus opportunity cost plus implicit cost altogether. So if you're going to compare both the profit, actual profit and economic profit, which profit will be greater? Obviously, now accounting profit will be greater and economic profit will be comparatively lesser. Why? Because economic cost is greater, na? So when the costs are more, profit is less. Oh, yes. Hope you understood. So in economics, they can ask you to calculate two types of profit. Accounting profit means actual profit. So you should just reduce actual cost. But if they ask you economic profit, then you should reduce all the cost. Fine. Last topic, economics and diseconomics of scale. Guys, already explained you why it is in U shape. Economics says कि initially when you conduct the production, your cost reduces. Now, cost reduces means economics. First thing, this scale is a long-term concept. This theory has been derived from long-term cost curves. This theory is not applicable on short run. Scale indicates my plant and machineries, which are also variable. Okay. Economics means benefits means benefits means for the business and profit. Economics means when your profit increases. Profit when profits are increasing, when your cost reduces. Diseconomics means disbenefits. Okay. Now here what they want to say, just one line. Now if your resources are underutilized, your cost is high, and more you're going to produce, your cost will keeps on reducing. That is called economics of scale. So when your cost keeps on reducing, as additional output is produced, it's called economics of scale. So it means as more and more output produces, cost of production goes down. Okay, and when more and more output increases, if your cost is increasing, it's called overutilization. Overutilization is called diseconomics of scale. So diseconomics of scale, your cost of production also increases. Okay, now, so neither underutilization is good nor overutilization is good. Always you should optimally utilize the resources. So now one more thing. Here economists have detail explained that why initially cost reduces and cost increases. So he said there are various factors. Broadly, there are two factors, internal factors and external factors. Friends, internal factors means it is the factors now within the business, like efficiency of the owners, managers' efficiency on their decisions, sometimes cost reduces. But if they make a mistake, cost rises. Oh, but it is an internal factors. It is the factors which affect to the cost is inside the business. External means it is a market factor which is out of your control. Outside factors also affect your business, like government policies, taxes. Now inflation, deflation, availability of the raw material, these are the excluding factors. Okay, but now can you tell me in one line which is most dangerous? Yes, internal factors are most dangerous. Why? Because external factor are out of your control, and second thing, it does not affect only to your own business, it affect to the entire industry. Internal economics only affect to your own business. So that's it, my dear students. This was your quick revision session. Simple words, clear concept. Now there is no room for confusion. If you understood everything in one go, say yes, sir, and give it one more quick revision. Remember, smart study is the best strategy. Keep revising, stay confident, and believe in your preparation. And don't forget to tell your friends that these notes are total exam lifesaver. Stay consistent, stay motivated, and I will see you in the next rapid fire revision.